Ayrton Senna, for many the greatest driver to ever touch a Formula One car. But his story didn't begin with world championships or McLaren dominance. It began with a young boy in Brazil, obsessed with speed, precision, and the pursuit of perfection. This is the story of Ayrton Senna, from his very first kart all the way to the race that announced him to the world. Monaco, 1984. Ayrton Senna da Silva was born on March 21, 1960, in São Paulo, Brazil. His family was well off, and his father, Milton, noticed Ayrton's obsession with cars from an early age. When Ayrton was just 4 years old, Milton built him a small go-kart powered by a lawnmower engine. By the age of 13, Ayrton was competing in official karting races. And right from the start, it was clear, this kid wasn't normal. He had an extraordinary sense of balance, precision, and feel for grip, especially in wet conditions. In 1977, Senna made his mark on the international stage, finishing second in the Karting World Championship at Le Mans. He would repeat that result several times, but what stood out most was his rivalry with British driver Terry Fullerton. Years later, when asked who his toughest rival was, Senna didn't say Prost, Mansell, or Piquet. He said, Terry Fullerton in karting. That speaks volumes about how seriously he took those early battles. In 1981, Ayrton made a life-changing decision to leave Brazil and chase his dream in Europe. He moved to England to compete in Formula Ford 1600 with the Van Diemen team. Senna dominated. Out of 20 races, he won 12, immediately proving he was a special talent. But despite his success, Ayrton briefly considered giving up racing altogether. He returned to Brazil, planning to work in his family's business. The passion, however, was too strong. Within months, he was back in Europe, hungrier than ever. In 1982, he stepped up to Formula Ford 2000. Once again, he destroyed the competition, winning both the British and European championships. It was in these years that his reputation as a rainmaster truly began. Whenever the skies opened up, Senna became untouchable. "1983 brought Senna to Formula 3, the final step before Formula One. Driving in the British F3 Championship, he faced a fierce rival, Martin Brundle. Senna started the season with an incredible streak, winning 9 races in a row. But Brundle fought back hard, pushing the battle all the way to the final round at Thruxton. Senna clinched the title, but the rivalry had been intense, sharpening his competitive edge. That same year, he went to the Macau Grand Prix, the most prestigious F3 event in the world. Senna dominated the race, winning comfortably. It was the final proof. Senna was ready for Formula One. Ayrton Senna made his Formula One debut with the small British team Toleman. The car was underfunded and nowhere near the pace of the top teams, but Ayrton immediately impressed. At just his second Grand Prix in South Africa, he scored his first points with a 6th-place finish. Later, in Brands Hatch and Estoril, he showcased flashes of brilliance, dragging the Toleman far beyond its limits. Still, nobody could have predicted what was about to happen in Monaco. June 3, 1984. The streets of Monte Carlo. Heavy rain poured down on race day, creating near-impossible conditions. For many drivers, survival was the goal. For Ayrton Senna, it was an opportunity. Starting from 13th on the grid, Senna began carving his way through the field. Lap after lap, he overtook world champions, Rosberg, Lauda, and more. His car control in the wet was otherworldly. By lap 31, Senna was in second place, closing rapidly on race leader Alain Prost. He was gaining almost 3 seconds per lap. The impossible seemed inevitable. Ayrton Senna, in a Toleman, was about to win the Monaco Grand Prix. But then controversy. Race director Jackie Ickx decided to red flag the race, citing dangerous conditions. Prost was declared the winner. Senna crossed the line in disbelief, furious at the decision. Still, that day changed everything. Senna hadn't won, but he didn't need to. In the eyes of fans, teams, and the entire racing world, Ayrton Senna had arrived. A legend had been born. This was just the beginning. From Lotus glory to McLaren dominance to the greatest rivalry in Formula One history against Alain Prost, and finally the tragic end that shocked the world. That's the story we'll continue in part 2.